Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Triple N Media Talk Show. I am Dr. Nik Nikam. This is August 23, 2020, Saturday. This is a special report on COVID-19 pandemic world news. Today, President Trump, along with Secretary Azar and FDA Director Dr. Hahn, announced emergency use authorization of convalescent plasma for COVID-19 patients. Plasma transfusion for patients with viral infections has been around for more than 100 years. It was used during the 1918 and 1919 Spanish flu pandemic, where more than 50 million people died. The concept of plasma transfusion in patients with viral infections is based on the fact that you take plasma from patients who have recovered from a viral infection, which has high levels of antibodies to prevent the viral multiplication. When we transfuse this plasma, which is basically the liquid part of the blood without containing the blood cells like the red blood cells and the white blood cells, the antibodies that are in the plasma fight against the virus and reduce the multiplication of the virus and thus produce favorable results. President Trump had a press conference where he, along with Secretary Azar and Dr. Hahn, announced that FDA had approved emergency use authorization of convalescent plasma for COVID-19 patients. This was based on the fact that Mayo Clinic had started a nationwide plasma study back in April 2020. Up to this point, they have transfused plasma in more than 70,000 patients with COVID infection. Their guidelines were to transfuse this plasma as early as possible. They transfused plasma in patients who had COVID symptoms for 1 to 3 days. And in their study, they found out there was a 35% reduction in mortality in the patients group which had received the plasma compared to those who did not receive the plasma as part of their treatment. When we talk about 35% reduction in mortality, that is a highly important number. It is a significant reduction in mortality. This may be the best treatment we have as far as COVID-19 management is concerned, and there is no other drug or therapy that comes close to this. Based on these facts, based on ongoing collection of data on these patients, the FDA has made the decision to issue an emergency use authorization of a convalescent plasma for patients presenting with COVID-19 infection. What does that mean? It means patients who are admitted to the hospital, a diagnosis of COVID-19 can receive the plasma based on this emergency use authorization. They also recommended you to visit coronavirus.org and learn more about plasma transfusion and what is the best time to donate plasma for use in patients with COVID-19 infection. There is a narrow window of opportunity, and it is very important for each and every one of you who are watching this to visit coronavirus.gov, learn more about plasma transfusion, and volunteer to donate plasma because you could be saving someone's life. You have been watching Triple N Media COVID-19 Pandemic World News Update. I am Dr. Nikam, and we have numerous educational videos concerning COVID-19 pandemic 2019 and 2020. And please do watch them, and please do subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support, and we will see you next time. I am Dr. Nik Nikam.